5 rookie quarterbacks make their debuts this week. That's never happened. I think Kevin Payne, one of our colleagues, RotoWire, wrote a blog on it. I think he looked it up. I think it's almost never happened or hasn't happened.
It has never happened.
Right, since forever. Okay, since before the dawn of time. So that's really interesting, and I think it's a trend that we've seen that quarterbacks are more NFL ready than ever. They do these, we've talked about this in previous segments, that they do these crazy 7-on-7 drills where it's read and react, which is all the NFL is about. I mean, this rush is coming at you. You got to know your progressions, read, react, make the right decision, get it there accurately. These guys are more ready to do that. They're in more pro-style offenses in college than ever before. And so you got 5 of them playing their first league. I think it's going to be a rude awakening for most of them.
I was going to say.
Okay.
Well, I mean, don't you think that I feel like I hear every year, oh my God, the NFL is so fast from rookies who play that just doesn't matter what they do in practice, they're not prepared for how fast the game is.
Right.
And just these big ass dudes coming at them.
Right.
They're huge.
Yeah.
There's big dudes in college, but they're huge in the NFL.
Yeah, it's like in that movie Any Given Sunday when Jamie Foxx comes in the game and the guys with the visors are like, I'm gonna kill you, and he's like sitting there, and he throws up, he's so nervous. It's like 80,000 fans screaming. It's like the Gladiators. Okay, so anyway, so what were we talking about? So 5 rookie QBs.
Yeah.
4 of them have road starts. The home start is against the Eagles.
I didn't realize that. Whedon plays. He's the only one that plays at home.
Yeah, and against a tough team. So I think it's going to be kind of ugly for them. I'd say one of them does well. I don't know which one. Maybe people like Russell Wilson. I don't think it's going to be him. I think the guy that does well is probably Robert Griffin, but it's not enough to keep up with the Saints.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, the health of our star running backs. I don't know that anybody really refers Adrian Peterson as a star running back anymore, but I guess he is for his team.
He's the star running back.
He is not anymore.
Yeah, we'll see.
Everyone's talking about Arian Foster as the star running back, not Adrian
star
Peterson.
Fantasy back, but Adrian Peterson is still considered the premier running back in the NFL when he's healthy.
I totally disagree.
Okay.
No one's like, everyone's talking about Arian Foster.
Because in fantasy...
even in the NFL.
No. In real NFL, you say, take a healthy Adrian Peterson and a healthy Arian Foster and put him in the same system. I think Arian Foster's great, but I think, forget about fantasy. In reality, Adrian Peterson is the sort of prototype, big, fast, physical, dominant running back. And unless...
If he's healthy.
When healthy, right.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's going to be healthy, but I don't think he's even going to play week 1, but he's going to suit up and they're going to see. But we'll see something.
Is Trent Richardson going to play week 1?
I think he will.
Ryan Matthews?
Ryan Matthews did practice today. So there's actually a chance he plays.
That's like a broken clavicle, though. That's not, sort of hurt my pinky toe. I have turf toe. Well, turf toe is actually hardcore.
Turf toe is probably worse than the broken clavicle in terms of getting back to health. But I understand. It's like your bone that's like surrounding
broken
your
bone. Yeah.
It's like surrounding your organs, right? So you don't want like a jagged bone to stab you. So but I think we'll see. We'll know something whether they play, whether they don't play, whether they warm up. It's information. We're gonna get information. I think Trent Richardson will play. We'll see him perform. Eagles' run defense isn't that great.
Oh, I like this. Giants versus Cowboys. Defending Super Bowl champs are 8-0 since the NFL has had them play the season's lone opener.
I read that somewhere. I didn't double check it, but I think that's true. 8-0. They always had this. The last 8 years, they've always had whoever's won Super Bowl play somebody. This year it's the Giants. Last year it was the Packers played. And remember that Saints-Packers game that was like they lost in the 2-point conversion. They failed the 2-point conversion. They didn't tie it.
That's really good.
And they've never lost the defending champ in the 8 years. So I hope the Giants aren't the first one to lose. I don't think they will be.
Now, see, this is when your last one is Peyton Manning's Bronco debut versus last year's #1 passing defense. This is when it's hard to be a fan and play fantasy football because Peyton Manning is your quarterback and the Steelers is your defense, and start them both.
Oh,
always start your.
We could do a whole segment on conflicts between fandom and fantasy. I shot a documentary which you've yet to watch.
We will later.
Which you've yet to watch, and I interviewed guys about how they deal with it. I don't even want to hear it. Just give it back to me. I just feel very insulted.
All right. Well, things to watch for in week 1. Apparently, a boilerplate piece of the article for Chris, but I thought it was very interesting. So, RotoWire.com, and this is RotoWire.
There's an audience for everything.